Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 74. Ripple invests in Bitso, Binance coin gains wider reach in Australia, and FXCM launches crypto basket. Now, guys, happy Monday. I wish you all a great beginning of the week. Remember, guys, if you're catching this stream live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment in the comment section below, right? We really want to know what you are thinking. Now, if you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, you hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. As always, the link is in the description, and so are the links to all the articles that we cover during the stream. Now, yeah, let's begin, man. What is happening today? Well, we have a lot of good news that came out, like really good articles. I do believe they're really good articles, and then we also have like good stuff happening on the market, right? So again, we'll cover everything today. So let's begin with this one, right? FXCM is an international provider of online foreign exchange, contracts for difference or CFDs, and crypto trading, and is expanding its crypto offering by introducing cryptocurrency baskets for its retail clients. So they announced on Monday, right, today. Anyways, baskets allow investors to trade multiple financial instruments at the same time without needing to manage the instruments separately, right? So FXCM cryptocurrency basket has been named Crypto Major and is made up of 5 virtual currencies, right? So Bitcoin, Ripple, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum. So they're using pretty solid coins, right? So like unlike any other cryptocurrency baskets on the market, the Crypto Major basket gives equal weight to each coin on the basket. This means the product is not overly exposed to just one cryptocurrency. Again, that is pretty good. You just divide it like 20%, right, of like the basket it's each coin, right? So again, 5 coins, 20% each, that makes you 100%. So that's pretty good. You're not overexposed, but at the same time, something that could happen, right, and sometimes does happen. If Bitcoin tanks, then everyone else tanks with it. So again, the likelihood that you'll go down, it's high, but some coins might resist it a little bit better. Some coins might run up a little bit more or recover a little bit better, thus reducing that risk. And again, that's probably good, right? Anyways, commenting on the launch, Brendan Callan, the CEO of FXCM, said trading a basket of crypto means our users are freed from the hassle of constantly monitoring the market. I'm not buying that. If they're holding one of their baskets, they probably still have positions open on regular exchanges, right? So they're still probably gonna be monitoring it. Anyways, Crypto Major therefore streamlines the trading process and protects our customers from unanticipated and adverse market movements. It's a great opportunity for our customers who are looking to move into crypto trading but don't want to risk too much overexposure. Again, I do believe they do damp that exposure a little bit by making the basket equally divided. And then I believe that could be good, right? Hey, Benny, how's it going, man? Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Finn, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, Bitcoin, Ripple went up, Bitcoin went up. Everyone's kind of going up a little bit, right? We'll talk about that in a second. Now, FXCM continues to expand its investment offerings both into FX and cryptocurrencies. As Finance Magnets reported in May, the firm added CFDs on 2 new cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin Cash and Ripple. Furthermore, the crypto basket announced today is not the first product of its kind to be offered by the broker. Back in July, they launched Forest Baskets. So Forest Baskets for its retail clients, FXCM is offering 3 different baskets: the dollar index basket, the yen index basket, and the emerging markets index basket. Yeah, thanks, Benny. I appreciate it, man. Anyways, the G7 group task force that issued the draft report. They issued that draft report yesterday, right? It included senior officials from central banks, the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, and the Financial Stability Board, or FSB, which coordinates rules for the G20 countries. Now, it focused on Libra as the big bad wolf and outlines major threats that it considers applicable to all stablecoins in a section titled Ensuring Resilience in the Face of New Risks. Now, the report also acknowledged that the global economy is facing uncertainty with declining interest rates, escalating public debt, and weakening financial markets. I mean, we kind of talked about that before, right? All that stuff happening. Anyways, to address these new risks, it added that the FSB is developing a new surveillance framework to be put into place by next year. The number of challenges it considers a threat to financial stability include consumer and investor protection, data privacy and protection, financial integrity, AML, KYC compliance, and fair competition and antitrust policies. Again, they are trying to come up with strong regulation, right? Strong frameworks for coins and everything else that comes out crypto-wise. Anyways, basically all the things that Facebook cannot provide. The list went on citing mitigation of tax evasion, market integrity, sound and efficient governance, cybersecurity and operational risk, and appropriate legal basis as issues with Libra-like crypto stablecoins. Now, the regulatory body will submit an official issues note on global stablecoins to this week's G20 finance ministers and central bank governors meeting. Notably, the report went on to add that it did not consider crypto assets such as Bitcoin a threat, which is good. This is a quote, the G20 leaders noted that crypto assets do not pose a threat to global financial stability at this point, but that they remain vigilant to existing and emerging risks. Now, again, this is pretty cool, right? I mean, they are considering Libra a threat, mainly because, like we talked about, Facebook announced it as a currency, right? Not like it's a crypto, but like something to really be considered a currency, basing it on a basket of other currencies, right? For people to be able to transact, thus taking power away from the governments. Now, Bitcoin and the rest, even though they don't have that main adoption that certainly Facebook would bring, the adoption is kind of slow. It's still growing, but it's at a slower rate, right? Facebook would just mainstream it overnight, and again, with the 2 billion users, they would certainly have a captive market that could potentially, be a threat to other financial institutions, right? The main risk that happens is that people could favor Libra instead of their local fiat, and thus put that government's economics at risk, right? Because people will start to buy with a crypto instead of with the fiat, and then they could start certainly using it for tax evasion and other things, right? Because it's not easily tracked, etc. So again, those are the potential risks that they're trying to mitigate, right? To make sure that it is growing, but at a steady rate, an acceptable rate, and not too much crazy stuff happening where you'll risk losing your sovereignty as a country because everyone else is adopting crypto. Anyways, let's go look at the total market. What is happening on the total market? Well, yesterday we gained 1.60%. Right now, losing 0.27%. Yesterday, closing at $219.62 billion. Right now, sitting at $219.03 billion, right? Again, gaining slightly, but it's good, Let's go look at Bitcoin, right? What is Bitcoin dominance doing? Well, it's losing dominance, man. This is good. That means the alts are gaining dominance, and again, makes them more resistance to shifts in prices by Bitcoin. So Bitcoin going down 0.62% yesterday, right now going down 0.03%. Again, like I said, this is good. Sitting at 68.49% off market cap. Again, I do hope that this keeps on dropping, right? It will certainly give more independence to the alts. Certainly one that has picked up a little bit more dominance is Ethereum, and then Ripple, right? They both have growing dominance, and that is pretty solid. Anyways, before we jump onto the Bitcoin chart, we'll do the Bitcoin news, guys. There's 11 people tuned in. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it very much. If you share these, I do appreciate it as well. Stuff that I'm looking at, right? Like the way we flow here. We look at main crypto, and then we look at main crypto stuff. Then we look at news for Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin chart, and then like Ethereum, and then Ethereum chart. News chart, right? So that we can determine whether or not there are fundamentals that are also affecting the price. Anyways, let's go into Bitcoin. What is happening with Bitcoin? This one is more of like a Bitcoin Cash / Bitcoin article, so we're gonna cover it in this segment. This week, hey, good day, Free TV Addict. How's it going, man? Finn, thank you for your comments, man. This week, the website bitcoinbch.com revealed a report that covers cryptocurrency usage in Australia in regards to Australian merchants that support digital currencies for products and services. The research comes through the two payment processors at the point of sale systems located through the country, right? Sources using the analysis team from Travel by Bit and Hula. The report captures and analyzes the majority of all merchant cryptocurrency payments in Australia for the month of September 2019 by harvesting data from both of the underwriting systems, right? The ones we just mentioned, Travel by Bit and Hula. Now, cryptocurrency adoption in Australia has taken some interesting turns. Today, there's an obvious shift towards a mono cryptocurrency adoption policy where merchants have chosen to accept Bitcoin Cash only rather than point-of-sale systems supporting a basket of different cryptos. Now, the study of cryptocurrency retails in Australia for September 2019 notes that approximately $39,405 were spent across 625 separate transactions. The vast majority of economic activity occurred on Bitcoin Cash blockchain. Bitcoin Cash could jump. Yeah, potentially, man. Now, Bitcoin Cash alone accounted for 92.45%, so like $36,431 of all cryptocurrencies spent, and 80.3% of all cryptocurrency transactions in Australia, right? Now, I do have this other article that says growth of Bitcoin millionaires now matches Bitcoin's early years, new data. So the only thing from this article that you can take, right, is that this statistician, Willie Wu, right, on October 11th, said this chart of Bitcoin address grown by balance shows the network is now repeating trend from its earliest years, right? Meaning, look at this trend, right? Upsloping, right? It's more or less same angle of increase, right? On addresses by balance, right? And it's setting that balance, right? The rate of growth of 1,000 Bitcoin addresses now matches the earlier growth of Bitcoin network, meaning that the growth of addresses with that much, it's certainly growing. So again, that's the only thing I wanted to pull out of this article. The rest, if you guys want to read it, it's on the description. It's a very short article. There's not really much to say except for this quote. In my opinion, we're likely on a new renaissance of Bitcoin. This one is powerful by capital influx of high net worth investors, while the earlier one was from tech savvy who were bootstrapping the network. Super bullish, right? That's it. That's the whole article. Anyways, let's jump onto Bitcoin and figure out what Bitcoin is doing, man. What is Bitcoin doing on the daily, man? Yesterday, nice day, right? Green day. I'm gonna have to zoom in a lot. We're obviously still below 200 MA, right? Anyways, we kind of went up, right? Still within this slightly upsloping channel that we traced. We didn't quite get to that 8,437. Not even close, right? The high was 8,400. I mean, slightly close, but still far away. We got a little bit closer today. Anyways, we got rejected at higher prices, especially on that channel. Bouncing back right now. What is happening, man? Well, we are sitting above that 20 MA for sure. And as you can see, we rejected that upper part of the channel. Almost touched that 8,437 and going lower. Again, the height of this candle, right, was 8,420. Which is really, really close to that 8,437. We have not been able to get above it. Again, it's a strong resistance. We faced it a couple times in the past, unable to break it. We kind of broke above it for like a day, right? 2 days. And then the third day we fell below it. And then we just slowly have been climbing it back to it, but unable to break it yet. Now, this candle just started 2 hours ago. Keep that in mind. Let's figure out how this day keeps on developing. Right, stuff that is happening. Now, let me go back here real quick. We are starting to contract on the Bollinger Bands above that 20 MA, which is the only good thing that I like, right? I'm not liking that the price action is negative right now. Still, positive momentum increasing, right? It's starting to stagnate right now and sitting low on your RSI at 41.57. Again, you're on that neutral zone, but with a lot of room to run to the upside should it choose to run to the upside. Where we're sitting at, well, as you can see, we have kind of been like, let's say, like sideways movement, right? We're range bound. Like you could say like 8,800 to like 7,713, right? All of the action has been around this area, more or less. Right now, ranging a little bit more on a tighter range, right? That's what we are contracting on the Bollinger Bands. Crypto Keeper Trader, man, thank you for tuning in. Will and James, thank you for tuning in. Next bull run will make Melky pump 4 times. Yeah, hopefully, man. I'm not sure yet. First, let's get above that 200 MA, and then we can talk about the next bull run for Bitcoin. What is happening on the other charts, right? Again, between that 50 and 75%, right? Slightly heading towards that 75%, but not with a lot of strength. We might touch it, and then we probably can reject it as well. So let's figure out how that goes. What is happening in this chart, right? Well, we have resistance around that, and actually, I think this candle touched it, right? The 236, which would be 8,493. This candle high was 8,474, so very, very close. Right now, failing to like trying to get high, but failing to get above that. Anyways, still within that 0.236 and the 0%, right? So again, we kind of like slightly made a valid retrace and then like reversed it, and then we're just like ranging sideways. So again, not much going on with this chart, right? We are still within that potential falling wedge, right? With a move, with a measure move could potentially put us at 13,322, depending on when we break, right? So again, if we keep breaking lower, then we'll shift it, and then we'll like break, we'll make it a lower high, right? Than what we're expecting to do right now. Anyways, that is it for Bitcoin on the daily. Let's move into the 4 hour, man, and try to figure out what is happening. Bitcoin on the 4 hour. So again, some contraction of the Bollinger Band, sitting above that 20 MA, kind of resting on it right now. Let's hope we can reverse that. Stuff that I can see quickly, right? So from here to here, you would have bullish divergence, right? Potential price action to the upside. We did see that play out, right? We got these nice candles right now facing some resistance again. Let's wait and see how this keeps on developing, right? For the time being on the 4 hours, I do like that we pump to the upside. Do we have this on the RSI? Yeah, also. You kind of would be going straight, so you'll be making like type 3, I think, bullish divergence. One second, guys. Gotta get something real quick. Sorry, I'm back. There's something off with my setup that was bothering me. I just needed to fix it real quick. Anyways, like I said, type 3 bullish divergence. That's it. Right, you had it on the RSI, you had it on the MACD histogram, and that'll be it, right? Something else that we can call here, right? Let's see. Yeah, that's it, man. Nothing on the top part. As you can see, we don't have any positive momentum, so we can do anything there. Maybe on the 1 hour, we can get a closer idea as to what is happening on the top part, right? Yeah, let's check this out. So again, here we are lower than here, so we don't have anything on this part on the bullish side, right? We're playing it off the 4 hours. On the RSI, right? So from this point to this point, we're going lower. You're going lower on your... on the price, right? You're going lower, and you're also going lower on that momentum. So again, you're not really developing any kind of divergence here, bearish. And here, your price is definitely higher than here, and also on your histogram, you're going lower. So again, you're just going with regular market fluctuation, still within this upsloping channel, right? Rejecting that 20 MA, which is good. Sitting above it right now, right? We kind of like didn't quite touch it, but we're very close to it, and kind of rejecting it for higher prices. Sitting at 51.32 on the RSI, which puts you very neutral, man. Again, sitting there just waiting for something to happen on your RSI, right? Anyways, on the price, we did get a nice wick, right? Kind of got rejected, right? We are rejecting higher prices 1, 2, 3 times. Not very bullish, right? But also not very bearish, because we were rejected two weeks to the downside, right? Again, still within this channel that we traced. I'm just gonna extend it a little bit, and I'll leave it there for us to have. Right here, we kind of touch the bottom part of the channel, bounce off it, and that's gonna be it for Bitcoin. Do you guys keep an eye out for Bitcoin? Like I said, I'm bearish until we break above that 200 MA. Something that I was worried about was that we could have potentially developed a head and shoulders, right? Like a regular one. Like here's a shoulder, here will be the head, and then here you could have started developing that shoulder. We didn't. But I was worried that this could have definitely dropped down a little bit more, and then maybe we'd have made that shoulder, and then could have potentially broken a little farther to the downside. Right now, like I said, just going with the market, moving a little bit sideways, right? This is not really a pull and a flag, right? This is kind of like just weird market. We're doing like a small M, right? So usually when you get an M, you would expect to see the price go down a little bit more, right? To get that M shape. You can also have W's, right? That would be bullish. This would potentially be bearish, but let's wait and see how this plays out, right? I'm not too convinced yet. Like I said, there's nothing here that would yell price action to the downside if we go with the bodies. Now, if you wanted to go with the wicks, you would certainly go wick to wick, right? You would be going higher, and then with the wicks, you would be going lower, and you would be making bearish divergence, right? Also with the wicks, you'll be making bearish divergence on your RSI. Like I said, right now being bearish on the market, I play more conservative, so I would go with the bodies, and I wouldn't say that we're doing that divergence. And hopefully, just trying to see what will develop here, right? That's it for Bitcoin. Let's go on to Ethereum. We do have an article for Ethereum. This one, yeah. Dude, nice stuff happening on Ethereum, right? At the Dragonfly Crypto Summit in Beijing, Buterin is photographed alongside Neil Shen, founding partner of Sequoia Capital China, Bo Feng, a founding partner of Seiyuan Ventures and Dragonfly Capital, Wang Xing, the CEO of Meituan Dianping, and Tao Zhang, the founder of Dianping. Now, the profile of this man, especially in Chinese setting, is immense. Sheng is ranked first on the Midas list of world leading tech investors for both 2018 and 19, while Meituan Dianping is China's second largest publicly listed internet company. It is unclear what the men are discussing and what their purpose for coming together is, but from a little investigation into the nature of the companies, it is clear that they may have interest in investing and nurturing something like Ethereum based on the blockchain persuasions, right? Sequoia is known for its investment in top cryptocurrency exchange Binance. However, the deal went sour in 2018 when the company sued the exchange when CEO Changpeng Zhao was accused of breaching the claimed exclusivity of the agreement. Now, Seiyuan Ventures, on the other hand, is a relatively new but big spending venture capital fund that has reportedly invested $36 million in 6 different blockchains and cryptocurrencies business. Of this, like the likes of Trip.io, Basis, and Mars Finance are the most recognizable. Last year, it was reported that Dragonfly Capital had raised $100 million for its inaugural fund to invest in cryptocurrency startups, which is focused on bridging the gap between East and West in the crypto economies. Now, interesting, right? Here's that picture of Vitalik Buterin with the guys, with the 4 guys. Yeah, like I said, what could they be discussing, right? Maybe they want to invest on Ethereum, on smart contracts for their internet-based companies, right? Or maybe they want to get some advice for the digital yuan that is probably coming out from China, right? I mean, there's a lot of speculation as to what could be coming out of this. Again, until they actually make a formal disclosure, everything else is just speculation. So let's go look at Ethereum and figure out what is going on with Ethereum, right? Ethereum on the daily. Sitting above that 20 MA, which is good, right? Like bouncing off it for the dominance. Again, we don't analyze dominance like that, but I just want to note that we are still gaining it. Right, yesterday positive 1.65%. Right now a little bit negative 0.12, sitting at 9.20 of market cap, with the price sitting at $186.43. What is happening, man? We had this impulse down, right, a couple days ago. Then we kind of like flagged bullish candle, right, and then we kind of like definitely pumped to the upside. And right now we are starting to like make this small flag that I have traced, sitting above that 20 MA, which is good. Starting to contract on the Bollinger Bands, which is also good. Means a potential movement could be coming. You know, you're going from high to low, high to low. Again, you're not doing anything on the bearish side, and same thing happening with the other side, right? Also on the bottom, you're going from low to higher low. So again, you don't have anything developing on the daily that we can call out right now. Yeah, that's it for this on the daily. Let's go into a shorter scale, right on the 4 hours. We do kind of have this upsloping channel. Again, those used to be bearish, right? This is just 2 candles though. In the 1 hour, you can see it a little bit better, and we'll definitely see it when we get there. Now, stuff that is happening, right? Low, higher low. Again, you're making less negative momentum. Higher low, still less negative momentum, and then you're on the positive side. So again, you're not really developing anything down here that you could definitely call bullish divergence, right? You're just going with the market, right? Who's leading the market? I believe Ripple has been leading the market lately, mainly on the pumps that he's getting and on speculation of the swell event coming, right? Anyways, let's go. You're seeing high in your RSI 57. You're in that neutral zone, but heading towards that bought area. Positive momentum still developing. Let's go into the 1 hour and see what's happening here, right? We have this upsloping channel, like I said, right? Bull pull, bear flag developing. Could potentially break to the downside. If you break to the downside, again, the 20 MA would potentially act as support. And if not, we'll probably break somewhere around this area. We have a lot of support and resistance around this area. So again, we could potentially find a support somewhere around here or here. You know, stuff that is happening, right? Are we bearish? Well, not really, man. This is slightly lower than this, right? And you're making less positive momentum. So again, you don't have anything developing here that would scream bearish divergence, price dump, incoming. The only thing that is happening is that you're getting closer to make negative momentum again when those crosses of the MACD over the signal line do show up. Sometimes you get those nice pumps, right? Like here, man. One previous ride, we crossed it, and look at this nice pump that we got, right? Here we crossed, and look at that dump that we got. So again, that cross could potentially bring price action to the downside. That's the thing that I'm seeing. Ethereum to 350, yeah, man, not today, man. Like Bitcoin has to pump for Ethereum to pump. However, Ripple is really playing ball nicely, right? And we'll check that out when we get to Ripple. Anyways, RSI is sitting at 60.01. You're just like bought, but really you're on that like net, right? You're sitting on the net, not knowing where to fall. That's where you're sitting at with Ethereum on the 1 hour, right? That's it. That's it for Ethereum. Let's move on to Ripple. I do have really good articles for Ripple. Ripple has invested into Mexican exchange Bitso in order to ensure liquidity of the cryptocurrency XRP. Having this liquidity allows for a one-way flow of cross-border payments to destination countries, well, in this case, like Mexico, right? Again, additional Ripple SVPs of product, Ashish Birla, will also be joining Bitso's board. Birla will be helping Bitso to expand to new regions such as Brazil and Argentina, as well as strengthening the partnership between Bitso and Ripple. Dude, I do like Bitso. That's the exchange I use in Mexico. It's a pretty good exchange. It's solid. The only thing I don't like is that they have high rates. And they have high rates because they don't have any competition, right? There's a new exchange coming out. They might give them competition, but, you know, these guys are very integrated with Ripple. So, again, they're probably still going to have the upper hand. They have been around for a while, so they're probably more trusted than the new exchange that's coming out. So, again, being that I do hold a little bit more Ripple than anything else, especially right now, I hold Ripple and nothing else, or very little of everything else, then I do want to be on this exchange right now. Right now, the key to understanding the deal is liquidity, right? Ripple provides services for sending cross-border payments to countries around the world, finding a niche in hard-to-access countries like Mexico. Already, companies include MoneyGram, right, are using the service to send payments into XRP to the country. However, it creates a challenge. With a lot of XRP flowing into a country that needs to be sold for Mexican pesos, it requires a liquid exchange, right? Market between the cryptocurrency and the fiat currency. But with the money mainly moving one way, it could result in uneven market, loss of sales, and not many buyers, which could tank the price in specific markets. So there needs to be adequate liquidity. We talked about that, right? We talked about the money flowing, right? You're going to have this exchange in the US where you're going to be buying your XRP, right? Driving the price up. And then you're going to have this exchange in Mexico where you're going to be selling your XRP and you're just going to be like lowering the price every time, you know, and that's just how it's going to flow. So you're going to have arbitrage developing on those exchanges, right? And again, what you can do if you want to get a good deal, right, is when the price drops in Bitso, you would buy XRP, and then you can always transfer it to your, you know, Coinbase or whatever, and then you sell that same amount that you bought on Coinbase, and then you just made a profit, and then you just transfer that XRP to Coinbase, and you wash, rinse, repeat as many times as needed, because that's probably something that is going to end up happening now. Good pump last night, maybe pump again right now. Yes, we'll talk about that when we get to the XRP charts, man. But yeah, we had a good pump last night. Anyways, with a lot of XRP flowing into the country, like I said, there needs to be a so you need like a liquid exchange, right? Anyways, Ripple tries to solve this with its on-demand liquidity offering. This enables financial institutions to source XRP when necessary, and Bitso is one of the Ripple key partners for providing this in Mexico, which explains how valuable the partnership is. Now, Bitso currently plays a vital role in on-demand liquidity by providing critical liquidity for payments within the US-Mexico corridor. Earlier this year, Ripple launched on-demand liquidity capabilities with MoneyGram into Mexico, with Bitso as a key exchange partner. Birla said, adding that Bitso is the largest exchange in Mexico with a customer base of 750,000 people and highly trading volumes, ensuring liquidity remains high for customers. Again, crypto is not that well known in Mexico, so again, a lot of people don't know about it, and the largest exchange in Mexico only has 750,000 people, man. Binance could come in one day and certainly wipe the market easily, right? Overtake it. Anyways, there is a bigger picture to be seen, right? Birla said, in an investing partnership with instrumental, will be instrumental in strengthening and expanding the on-demand liquidity in Latin America. Now, there's this other article from Ripple I just want to cover quickly, right? It says the upside swing in Ripple XRP closely followed by its investment into a mobile wallet provider, right? BRD, we covered that. They put $750,000 through Xspring. said that would prompt BRD to add support to Ripple token or to XRP token, which in turn would boost their altcoin adoption. Now, while Ripple BRD partnership offered a perfect excuse for XRP bulls to open a new long position, there's a market analyst called Galaxy BTC which thinks the jump has more to do with swell, right? I do believe that as well. We called that out a couple days ago. We have been calling it out for a while, right? Like, watch out, swell might bring the price up. Now, it is noted that XRP jumps every time before the Ripple conference takes place. We talked about that, right? Again, let's go look at Ripple and what is going on. Ethereum starting to break below that, right? Channel, so watch out. Potential move to the downside. Yeah, I think we just called this potential move to the downside like a couple of seconds ago when we were doing the analysis. Anyways, let's wait and see how this develops. I'm not sure whether or not it's going to break to the downside or not. Right now it's flirting with this channel, right? Which, to be honest, we should probably adjust to cover the latest movements, right? And you can go here to here and it kind of makes sense. Not really, I don't like it. I'll do it opposite real quick. Sorry guys, I just want to adjust this and leave it done for the time being. Again, upsloping, there we go. Seems to make a little bit more sense than it was before. Anyways, slightly upsloping channel, bear flag, potential price action to a downside. We kind of talked about that. Anyways, let's go on to Ripple. Guys, how's it going, guys? How's your Monday? Did you guys make money today on your trades? Did you trade anything today? Do let me know. Did you open a position in Ripple? Like, what is going on, guys? Do let me know. I am interested. What is happening with Ripple, man? Ripple yesterday gained dominance, 5.64%. Right now, losing a little bit, 0.10. Ripple sitting at 5.85% off market cap, right? That is awesome, dude. It has been gaining a lot more dominance than Ethereum. Again, price of Ripple has been performing much better than everyone else. Ignore this green line. I'll explain to you what it is once we get to the 1 hour chart. Am I worried about Ripple right now? No. Low, higher low, right? You're going higher, and this is much higher than this. So again, you're not making any bearish divergence right now. You're probably going to flag a little bit before you run to the upside again. If you run to the upside again. However, you are still within this upsloping channel, right? I'm going to extend it right now to cover this a little bit better. There we go. Maybe cover the next two days or so before we actually extend it again. Sitting higher in your RSI at 64.57 right now is the only thing that worries me. And like I said, still making positive momentum, which is good. That's it for Ripple, sitting above the 20 MA, and expansion of the Bollinger Bands happening right now. On the 4 hours, to above that 20 MA again, which is really good. Let's see, what else are we doing, man? I marked something here, maybe bearish divergence, right, that I was calling out. I do have a line here. It's probably in the 1 hour. And I also have a line here. It's probably in the 1 hour. That's probably where we're seeing price action to the downside. Again, you're all in on ICX. You're down like a motherfucker. Dude, William James, you went in on Ripple, man. You got in on a good price. Why are you down, man? You should be making some dough. Anyways, on the 4 hour, right, you're still going higher. Again, you're going higher on your MACD. So again, you would be potentially going with the market. Also on your RSI. So nothing here to call on divergence, right? We had this bull flag, right? Beautiful bull flag, pump to the upside. Right now, we're probably going to start flagging again. Let's wait and see how this develops, right? Now, let's go into the 1 hour. Again, within that upsloping channel, which is good. Why is this line here, man? Why is this line here, Martin? Let me know. Well, dude, you know, we talked about this yesterday. We said if we break out of these, potential move to the upside. This was way back, right? We had this moving to the downside. Still, we hit that measure move from breaking out of this symmetrical triangle, right? We did get it a little bit later on. However, this line is here. Because if I put it here, then it gets a little bit, you wouldn't see this candle, right? So I put it off here to the side at that same height, right? You can see with this dotted line. And you would see that we went and hit that measure move, right? We're actually sitting at the top of that measure move right now. Why are we moving to the downside then if we're so good? Well, impulse up, downsloping consolidation, right? We flagged, impulse up again. We should have hit a measure move of this flag, right? Which again, we have not yet hit it. But right now, impulse up again, we have to flag. Stuff I don't like, right? You're going from this high to this high with less positive momentum, again, creating bearish divergence, right? Potential move to the downside. We did got it. I traced this earlier on. I wasn't sure how strong this divergence was going to be. We can flag a little bit, right? And then we try to pump to the upside and make even less positive momentum, right? then create more bearish divergence, and then really break down a little bit stronger, right? Anyways, we also have that divergence on the RSI. Again, right now making positive momentum, right? Not as high as this candle, but also quite lower on that momentum, right? So this would be 0.0027, and this would be 0.0029, so slightly higher than this again. Not too worried, right? With this candle, we could certainly, if we get to this price, we'll probably get to the same level of positive momentum, and then we wouldn't be developing any bearish divergence. We could still go a little bit higher, you know, hit that 30 cent and then retrace. I think yesterday we called like sitting at 29.70, also hitting this 236, right? Which that 236 would be 0.291. So again, if you watched the stream yesterday, I put it on the Discord. I told you guys, right? Bearish divergence got negated. I put it at 1:34 in the morning. Bearish divergence got negated. Hit a measure move, right? We were starting to move to the upside. I had this thing a little bit lower, so I adjusted today, right? Anyways, watch minutes 37.53 and 38.17 of today's stream. That was yesterday. I was talking about hitting that measure move, getting higher, right? This was after the stream. So again, we were talking about this. Like I said, I have to paint all the options for you guys. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what move is gonna happen. I will tell you, like, if I make emphasis on hitting a move, right, or I talk about it, just keep it in your notes, because I'm also gonna tell you what could happen to the downside. Again, if I just tell you what is gonna happen, then it would be considered financial advice, and then I can get into trouble for that. So I gotta lay out the different scenarios, and then you guys make up your choice, right? Now, what is happening right now? Right now, it's very short to like chart. But you'll be doing something like this, which would be a bear flag. Again, I would expect for a little bit more candles to develop, right? We can still run to the upside, hit that 30 cent, maybe the top part of the channel, right? We don't have any upper resistance right now except for those two. And if we break to the downside, what do we have? Well, I mean, this flag, if we extend it, could certainly be an area of support. Hit it, bounce off it, right? If we break it, then we have this mid part of the channel that we can go and touch, right? And below that, then we have that 27.911, and then below that, we have this bottom part of the upsloping channel. That's it. You're going XRP, wrecked on the others. Man, I'm not sure what position you took on the others or when you took it, but I mean, do take. Did you place a stop loss? Have you hit your stop loss? That would be the next question that I would ask you, William James. Do let me know. Anyways, that's it for Ripple, man. Something I didn't talk about, right? I'll just do it real quick. The measure move from here, right? I would take it from here, maybe, considering this the high to high, right? Maybe to this area, to the close, and then breaking this structure would certainly put you around the 32 cents. That's why I say that hitting 30 cents could potentially be possible from breaking this flag and going up, sloping upside, right? Again, maybe we're not gonna hit it, finding some resistance around this area, but this new flag that we're developing certainly can get us to that 30 cent area, which is good for Ripple. Anyways, we are pumping on pre-swell stuff. So again, remember, when swell comes out, usually price of Ripple goes down. Right now, it's a lot of expectation going on, a lot of speculation. Keep it in mind as you set up your trades. Again, we talked about moves to the downside. We talked about moves to the upside, right? I do tend to think that is with the pattern that we're developing that we might move to the upside, except for this indicator, right? I'm not sure if this bearish divergence has finished playing out. That's why I talked about moves to the downside, and then with these flags, bull flags developing, that's why I talked about moves to the upside, right? So you're covered on both sides. You know where we can go. You know, whatever you feel more comfortable that's going to happen on the market, then you take your position accordingly, right? XRP to 150, man. XRP 589, right? Anyways, let's go into Litecoin. Charlie Lee stated via Twitter yesterday, Litecoin network has been up and running continuously for the past 8 years with zero downtime. And in that span, over 500 billion worth of Litecoin have been transacted. Looking forward to the next 8 years and more. Now, the first response to the birthday post immediately raised the specters to bankruptcy allegations, which Lee just retorted, saying it's the Litecoin Foundation, not near bankruptcy. Don't listen to stupid FUD and lies. We have enough money to last 2 years. Litecoin Summit will be held at the end of October in Las Vegas. Speakers will include high-profile people from the industry, including Anthony Pompliano, Wyoming Blockchain Task Force President, Caitlin Long, and the co-founder and former CEO of BTCC Exchange, Bobby Lee. Let's wait and see what they talk about, because I do believe they're broke, man. Their sales of shirts have not been making money, right? We talked about that yesterday. Again, I'm not really bullish on Litecoin right now. Let's go look at it, Litecoin, and see how it's doing today. You saw your Litecoin today, took a loss on it, don't care, shit. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm not too bullish on them. The guy sold all his position. Again, he's selling something he's not holding. What is happening with Litecoin? 8 people tuned in, guys. Thank you for watching, tuning in, and watching the stream, right? What is happening with Litecoin, man? We are going down 0.87% right now, trying to pump again, 0.29, but again, being weak on gaining dominance, sitting at 1.65% off market cap. Litecoin to $25, maybe, man, maybe, right? Let's see how it's doing, man. Today is having a slight positive day, right? We have 3 slight positive days going on. Still within this upsloping channel, facing resistance all 3 days, 4 days if we count this one, around that mid part of the channel, being very weak. However, sitting above that 20 MA, which is potentially good. Again, channeling, right? Starting to get that contraction out of the Bollinger Bands. When we get that contraction again, we get violent movements. Are we doing something? High to low, so no bearish divergence, right, on your RSI or MACD. Developing for Litecoin. Sitting at 42.43 on your RSI, which puts you on that neutral zone. What is happening on the 4 hour, man? On the 4 hour, sitting above that 20 MA nicely, right? We have been bouncing off it for a couple times. However, we have not made a bullish impulse, right? And everything that we have tried to make to the upside has been negated by the bears. Again, not necessarily looking too bullish for Litecoin right now. However, the only thing I like is that we are above that 20 MA, like I said. Stuff that is happening, right? Are we going higher than here? No, this is definitely higher. So we're lower, and again, we're also lower on the histogram. The only place that we could be making, right, would be from this point to this point, where you will be going higher. And from this point to this point, where you'll be going lower again, it's easily, you can easily see it, right? On the RSI, you're going higher again, you don't have it. This is still developing, however, so again, this can get negated, but you would potentially be making bearish divergence that could potentially mean price action to the downside. Again, not really clear as to what he's going to do, because I'm seeing a lot of indecision going on, right? Market doesn't really know what it's going to do. We did do a bullish engulfing candle on these past 12 hours, right? So 4 hour. So like at least 10 hours ago, we made a bullish engulfing candle. Again, that's potentially good. Let's go into the 1 hour and see what's happening. We might get a clearer picture as to what this might do. On the 1 hour, again, above that 20 MA, like a lot of indecision, right? We're like waving a little bit. However, making higher highs and higher lows right now on the shorter term. Even from here, we're actually going higher, right? So again, stuff potentially happening. High to low, this is positive momentum again. High to low, high to higher, slightly higher. What is this? 0.02, 0.01. So again, you're slightly going higher to here, right? And you would definitely be going from here to here, if you want to call that. So again, you would be making a hidden bearish divergence, price continuation. So we might just keep on stagnating around this channel for a little bit longer. That's it for Litecoin, man. On the bottom side, are we doing something? Well, no, this is higher and this is higher, and this is definitely higher than this. So we don't have anything bullish developing, right? Again, sitting around $56.92. Are we doing something here? Well, you're going higher as well, and you're going higher or at the same price than here. On the RSI, you will be at 54.47 and 54.01. Again, not very much developing on Litecoin, man. Just being like channeling, right? Sideways movement, slightly upsloping channel. We're just like, you know, in the more shorter term, more or less range bound. Again, not much developing in this. Well, let's wait and see how this plays out, right? I'm not too confident on Litecoin right now to call a movement. However, a good indicator is that it will probably do what Bitcoin does. So, being a small amount of the market, look at what Bitcoin's doing, right? 3 candles up, red candle, green candle. Litecoin, right? 3 candles up, red candle, green candle. Again, doing what Bitcoin is doing, a little bit different, right? Maybe with a little bit more strength, but again, just following Bitcoin right now. Let's go on Binance. Guys, after the news from Binance, we'll do Binance Coin. If you want me to look at other coins, start putting them up on the chat so that we have at least a list by the time we get there, and then we can move a little bit quicker through them. Anyways, Binance is beginning to serve as an immediate needs for people as much as legal tender can, right? In a recent hint by a Twitter user, Caliph TBB, he infers that Binance can now be used for booking flights in Australia, which is pretty cool. Again, Caliph TBB mentioned that he paid for his flight to Canberra with Binance Coin. Caliph said that he made the booking to attend a government-supported blockchain roadmap meetup in Australia. This is yet another amazing development that shows that the government of Australia is supporting blockchain technology, and the new industry is gradually overcoming its challenges against all odds. There is a tweet here, right? This guy saying, Chang Peng Sao saying utility, and then Caleb saying like, book my flight with Binance, you know, showing his like where he's going, right? The national blockchain roadmap. Anyways, that's it. Australia has been one of the top regions where with Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies have been given the breathing space they need to thrive, right? So again, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll look at Seller, we'll look at ICX, man. Thanks for posting those up. Anyways, let's go look at Litecoin, Binance, and see what's going on in the daily. Binance yesterday, again, losing a little bit of market cap, 0.45%. Am I on the daily? Yeah. Right now, making it up again slightly, 0.24%, sitting at 1.31% off market cap. What is happening with Binance on the daily, right? We had this upsloping channel. We kind of broke out of it. Again, we might be able to adjust on the 1 hour. It was very small upsloping channel. We'll check it out as we zoom in. Sitting above that 20 MA, a little bit of expansion happening on the Bollinger Bands. Again, high, higher high. We're going higher on the momentum, so no bearish divergence. And we're also going higher on the momentum, so no bearish divergence. Here we had some sort of hidden bearish divergence, right? Price continuation. We got this slightly pumped to the downside, then we started moving upwards again. Let's go into the 4 hours, man. In the 4 hours, above that 20 MA, slightly outside of this upsloping channel, still keeping up with that upsloping trend still. This is higher than this, right? And we're almost at the same price level. So again, going flat here and going lower would be type 2, class B, medium bearish divergence. Again, potential price action to the downside. Not looking very bullish, right? It's taking us, again, not looking very bullish right now. Let's see what else we're doing. So I just called this one out. So again, I'm just going to get rid of this. We also have it on the RSI, right? Your RSI is also going lower, and you're making more or less that same price. So again, for you to negate it, you would really have to pump up hard, so you would make more positive momentum and bring this RSI higher. That's it for this on the 4 hours. So again, potentially bearish looking right now, so just keep an eye out for Binance as it might go down in price. On the 1 hour, we are starting to see those red candles coming in. What is happening here? High to low, high to low. Again, you wouldn't have that bearish divergence developing here. High to low on your RSI. We're doing something on the bottom part, right? Low, lower low. So again, nothing here, right on the bottom part, and then high, high, and then apparently going higher again. So again, high, high. So less, and less, and this less, and less as well. So again, no bullish, no bearish divergence developing on the 1 hour. So again, probably gonna do what Bitcoin does, right? So red candle, sorry, green, red. Is Bitcoin making a red candle right now? No, green, slightly. But anyways, probably gonna do what Bitcoin is gonna do. Again, it's very weak right now, not being floating independently, right? So again, yeah, we'll look at ICX, Seller, CRX, and then XLM as well. All right, that's it for Binance, guys. Not feeling bullish on Binance right now, right? Maybe a little bit bearish. Has not been performing very well. Got them above that $18, right? I mean, it can still pump. It does have a use case. Again, however, I'm a little bit more bullish on Ripple right now. Out of everyone, and because of what's coming for Ripple, the swell event, and how we usually get those pumps pre-swell, I am feeling a little bit more bullish on Ripple than anyone else. Bitcoin, as like I said, if we don't get above that 200 MA, I'm still a little bit careful, right? Since just first, ICX has been on a steady downward trend, and when touching that downward trend line, it dumps. Yeah, well, I'll check it out, man. You can tell me when I look at it. I'm gonna go look at your coin right now, Benny. I think I opened it yesterday. Yeah, ICX to the US dollar. I was trying to make something out of this, right? I didn't know if this was gonna play out or not, so obviously I'm gonna probably adjust this a little bit better, right? Maybe something like this, man. I'm not sure on this coin, man. On the daily, it would seem though as we were making more or less a symmetrical triangle, right? So you say we're in a has been a steady downward trend, and when touching that downward trend line, it dumps. So you mean the 20 MA as a trend line, or what are you using as a trend line? You want me to? I can throw a trend line like this, right? So let me see if I can see what you're saying, right? So you touch it with this green candle, you took a slight dump. You touch it again with this red candle, and then you took a slight dump again. Then you touch it here, and you slightly went down, and then you're touching it again. Yeah, maybe, man. I'm not sure, bro. Getting above that 20 MA is certainly crucial, but you're being weak around this, right? Look, man. Right now, the past candles you have been on the daily, right? The past 3 days, 4 days with this one, have not been able to stay above that. Above that 20 MA, right? That's not the best looking. Anyways, guys, I'm trying to see something here as well, right? On the daily, man, right? I just don't want to go with a symmetrical triangle. There is a symmetrical triangle in the lower, in the smaller term. However, looking at this falling wedge, right? Potentially, I'm ignoring these points. I should be considering them maybe. Those long wicks could be FOMO. So again, I'm choosing to ignore them for these wicks that are slightly less FOMO-ish. So again, potential falling wedge. Yeah, if you break this falling wedge to the upside, it would be a bullish, right? Falling wedges are usually bullish. So again, yeah, you could potentially see a price action to the upside. However, we do have that hidden bearish divergence developing on the histogram, not so much on the RSI. On the 4 hours, what is happening on the 4 hours, guys? I had traced this maybe slight falling wedge, right? And right now it's starting to look more like a channel than a falling wedge on the shorter term. I'm going over this stuff. We're doing something here, man. 2628, 3031. So again, lower than here, lower in your momentum than here. So you're not doing anything bearish here. From here to here, you're also not doing anything bearish. But here, man, right? This. If you want to go from here, we can go from here to here. Here. From here. So you will be making like bullish divergence price action to the upside. You are getting it right now, but it's being weak. Right? You are seeing above that 20 MA on the 4 hour. You also have that divergence here happening on your RSI. You'll be going from like here to here. So again, you have bullish divergence happening on the 4 hours. Again, whether or not it's going to play out, it's still yet to be seen, bro. Let's go into the 1 hour and figure out what is going on. On the 1 hour, again, you're seeing that downwards movement. This is looking weird, man, on this chart. Positive, negative, right? This is a negative candle, and it's look green, man. Look at the movement out here, right? It says like minus 0.07. Again, sometimes these candles are really screwed up, right? Anyways, low, higher, right? So you're going higher on that momentum, nothing there happening. From here to here, right, you're going lower again, and here to here going higher, and you're making less momentum. So again, not a lot going on that it would scream, dude, we're gonna go up or gonna go down. Yeah, that's it for this. On your RSI, do you have something? No, high, higher. Again, that would be congruent, and you're actually going higher. So yeah, nothing going on that would scream something, except for that bearish divergence that we just talked about on the 4 hours. There's nothing on the 1 hour that I can call. I'm not sure I'm gonna consider this an impulse up. Because this wouldn't be consolidation, right? Again, it's probably gonna go with what Bitcoin's gonna do, man. This coin is probably a small fraction of the market cap, so again, might not even be that heavy, right? So again, very susceptible to what Bitcoin does. Now let's go look at Seller. That's the second coin that got mentioned. What is happening with Seller, man? Let's go on the daily first. On the daily, man, above that 20 MA with some expansion of the Bollinger Bands, sitting at 53.24 on your RSI, which puts you on that neutral zone. Again, this... Can I go from here to here? Maybe. And then from here to here, maybe. So you could be inside a symmetrical triangle, right, in the shorter term. Right, longer term would more or less look like a falling wedge. Right, longer term being like maybe from here to here. Right, So again, using this yellow line, right, you could be in a potential falling wedge. I don't believe you're in a falling wedge right now. I'm just pointing it out that you could certainly trace it. I do believe we're within the symmetrical triangle in the shorter term. Are we doing something? Yeah, I think from here to here going lower, so nothing here. From here to here going higher. Yeah, so from here to here, right, and here to here, you would have hidden bearish divergence developing against your RSI. So price continuation, right? That's probably why we just don't know what we're gonna do, man. Like the major trend is downtrend, right? The smaller term is uptrending. So again, that's probably where we have this indecision going on. Let's look at the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, below the 20 MA, rejecting it twice, 3 times. Yeah, some contraction happening on the Bollinger Bands. Again, low, higher low. Again, you're going with the movement here with the market, right? Here you had bearish divergence. We talked about this yesterday. Price action to a downside. We did get it, right? Or we talked about this yesterday, 2 days ago. So we did get it, right? From here to here, going higher, going higher. Yeah, going higher, and here you would have hidden bullish divergence, right? You'll be like going to here, and then you'll be going like diverging on the bottom part makes hidden bullish divergence. Again, price continuation. So again, we could potentially continue with this uptrend, right? You're making higher lows here. You just made a lower high. That's what would make me believe that this triangle could play out, right? Because we are just making higher lows and lower highs. So again, we are just like kind of like channeling into that upper area of the triangle right now. We could come down and touch this bottom part of the triangle again. It would be valid. Let's see how this keeps on developing, right? I'm intrigued. Where is it sitting at? 3 and 3. So again, here you would be going more or less in a straight line. Yep. Slightly higher. This looks a little bit higher than this 3 anyways. Let's go into the 1 hour. Into an hour, you can see that indecision that I was talking about, not moving a lot. Anyways, sitting below at 20 MA, making very little negative momentum, right? From here to here, definitely going higher, so no bullish divergence developing. Here to here, also no bullish divergence developing. Here to here, going lower. This bar being at 0.04, this one being at 3, you're going lower. You're going from a higher to a lower, no bearish divergence developing as well. So again, you're just going with the market, man. That looks very legit, right? Within this triangle. Again, if you break it, you would expect to see a measure move from high to low, right? And then that would be your move that you would expect to see to the upside or downside, right? That's it for seller, man. Not much going on. Seller, shorter term, right? It was looking bullish. Right now, we're just kind of stagnating, maybe consolidating even. Yeah, let's wait and see how this keeps on playing out for seller. Then we had CRX. Yeah, let's go look at CRX, man. I do believe I do have a CRX open. Here it is. Let's go into the daily, man. Where are we sitting with CRX on the daily, man? Pumping, right? Nice. Something that is still very, very real, right? We had it here yesterday. I had this line. We have not hit it, right? I talked about it. If we don't hit this line, we would need to pump a lot to hit it. I'm pretty sure I said it. Now, we have not hit it, right? We are making bearish divergence right now. This candle is still developing. We are still making positive momentum, right? It's being a little bit higher in the bar. However, if we fail to hit this line, we make bearish divergence, right? Going here, price action to the downside. That might be what is happening right now, and why we might see some like impulse down. Again, we could potentially flag, right? Impulse up, some consolidation, impulse up, consolidation probably, and then we might impulse up again. Do we have it on the RSI? Yeah, sort of, man. It's slightly lower still. So again, you're going lower on your RSI and on your MACD. So potential bearish divergence developing. You could potentially go down in price. Keep an eye out for that. However, we could flag here and try to impulse up again. It's also a possibility, right? Or these could come in the next bar and make positive momentum and try to get to this level. And then even if we get here, we would be making bearish divergence. If we get above this bar, it would be negated. Also here, right? Anything below this line would be bearish divergence. So again, just keep it in mind as you set up your trades for CRX. Anyways, what is happening with CRX on the 4 hour, man? This bar 5302, 5204, slightly lower. Again, you will be going from a low to a high, from a high to a low, right? We were developing this yesterday. We kept on moving, right? We said we could do that, and it was fine. And again, it would have been going from like, I guess I'll just draw it from here to here, right? Again, making bearish divergence, price action to the downside. We are getting this red candle. Again, this red candle right now being bearish engulfing. So strong move can come right from that. Anyways, this what happened to my other line, bro? I'm pretty sure I had a line here. Anyways, you will be going from high to low, like here too, right? From high to low, right? So you will be having that bearish divergence also against your RSI. Keep an eye out. You could potentially break down. We are seeing that red candle coming in. Let's go into the 1 hour, man. In the 1 hour, high, lower high, lower high, right? So you have like triple, man. You're going from here to here, and then from here to here in the more immediate one, right? And then you're going like slightly lower. And then you're definitely going slightly lower. So again, bearish divergence, right? Developing. These things are very real, man. Where is this spike at on the RSI? 75.07, 75.96. This is definitely higher. You wouldn't have it on your RSI. Sorry about that. And here you will be going to like 76. Again, you will be slightly higher again. So this on the RSI would look something like this, right? Even though it looks more or less flatline, you will be going higher. You're going higher. You don't have that divergence here. You do have it here, however, right? And again, that's probably why you're moving to the downside, and that's fine. That's just regular market movement, right? I'm not scaring this right now. You're starting to bounce off that 20 MA, which, you know, you could just recover here. This could have been just that move to the downside. It could keep on developing, right? I'm not sure where it's going to go in or out right now. You FOMO'd in at 30 cents. Well, you are sitting at 32 cents. Again, you are probably making a profit right now. Slight profit. Again, if you would have sold at up here when you were making this divergence, you would have gotten like 10% return, maybe, right? So you could have gotten out and then probably rebuy down here whenever it finished dropping, and then, you know, run it up again. From here to here, right? I didn't talk about this one. So from here to here, where it's at right now, and we from here to here, you would be you don't have it here on your RSI, but you would be making hidden bullish divergence. So price continuation. Again, price continuation could potentially mean that we go to the upside again. So just keep it in mind as you set up your trades. That's it for TRX. Now let's go look at XLM. What is happening with the XLM? On the daily, this one, I think this is the one we look at, right? Anyway, sitting above that 328, right? We kind of like, 382. We kind of recover that, right? Sitting above that 655. Right now we're sitting at 660 again, above it, kind of touching it, rejecting it. That's fine. We also have a resistance there around 06512, right? Anyways, got to touch that as well, rejected it, right? Actually, if I put it here, I can see that the low was 65.03. So again, very close to where we were at. Again, bouncing off it. That's fine. Making positive momentum, still higher than this. So again, going with the market. Sitting neutral on the other side, 57. Certainly heading towards that bot area, but not yet there. So again, impulse up. We're probably going to flag and then try to impulse up again. XLM more or less mirrors Ripple sometimes. So again, we could be doing that. I'm going to go into this other chart and see what is going on. We are still within this down sloping channel. I'm just going to extend it. We kind of, if I pinpoint it, maybe we are rejecting this 50% line, right? But I'm not going to go and pinpoint it right now. I'm going to go into the 4 hours. So I want to see what is going on. On the 4 hours, man, nice impulse up over the last couple candles, right? Man, very, very nice. Looking for this, right? So again, we're impulsing up. We got a flag again. I'm expecting a flag to form. And that'll be fine. So let's wait and see what kind of flag we make. Again, if it's up sloping, it's bearish, potential price action to the downside. If the flag is down sloping, right, potential price action to the upside again. On this chart, looking more or less the same. I don't like this chart because it has gapage, although in this chart I do have all the resistances traced. I'll go back to this one. I do believe I have another excellent chart. No, this is the one I've been using lately. So yeah, I'm good with this then. Impulsing up, that's good. Yeah, above that 20 MA, right? Expanding the Bollinger Bands. Sitting over, oh shit, I didn't see that, man. We're sitting over bought at 71.86. Again, am I worried about this? Maybe, man. What is this height here? 4644. 42. So again, lower. 43, lower. So we're going higher on that positive momentum against this other island that we have. Certainly higher than this island that we have. And certainly higher than this island that we have. So again, not too worried about this coming down hard. We might just flag a little bit before we run. No bearish divergence developing. Let's go into the 1 hour. In the 1 hour, we can see that we are flagging a little bit better, right? But I'm not seeing the flag that we want to see. I do see a upsloping flag. Or if I count this from here to here and then here, we would be upsloping again. Not the best looking for this. Let's wait and see how it develops. It's just 4 bars developing so far. So again, would really want to see how this turns out, right? Anyways, low, high, right? You were going slightly lower, so again, that's probably why you broke down to the downside here. You make some bearish divergence. Touched that 20 MA, bounced off it, recovered nicely, pumping to the upside again, right? And you're making a higher positive momentum. So again, you're negating that divergence from here to here and from here to here. So again, you would just flag right now, impulse up, flag, and then probably we're gonna do something else. So where are we sitting on the RSI? Well, we're still sitting at overbought at 70.40. So am I worried about this? Well, no, not really. We would flag. Sitting high on the RSI would certainly make me believe that the flag would become downsloping, right, at some point in time. And maybe we ignore this first candle, right, and go here. We would need to see how this next couple of candles keep on developing. Why? Because this oscillator has to reset. And like I said, it resets by either moving sideways or making downwards movement, right? Which would seem likely to what we should be doing. So anyways, I'm gonna leave this up again. There we go. And there we go. So again, I'm gonna leave it as an upsloping channel. It makes a little bit of sense right now, right? Facing maybe some resistance around that mid part of the channel. So again, probably good, right? Again, yeah, that's it for XLM. Do you guys want to look at something else? You FOMOing at 30 cents, man. You know, again, having a trade plan and avoiding FOMO, right? It certainly makes you less likely that you're gonna get wrecked. So Will and James, do write a trading plan and execute accordingly, right? Don't FOMO into positions. Don't FOMO out of positions. That is how you really get wrecked. So watch out for that, man. Right? I wouldn't want to see you get wrecked. Anyways, we cover the news, we cover the charts. If you guys want to look at something else, put it on the chat. It is just 10 p.m. Dude, we did a record time again. And we had a lot of articles. I believe the articles today were pretty good. Do let me know if you like the articles. Do let me know if you like the format that we follow, right? Or if you would like to get the articles out of the way first and then do the charts. Or if you like this mix and match that we do, right? Like where we look at the news and then do the chart for each news. If you like that format, let me know. If you want to do the news first and then the charts, do let me know as well. And then, you know, I do want to get this stream to keep on growing, right? I am glad. Apparently, we picked up 2 more subscribers overnight, which I do like for sure, man. I think we're at like 125 yesterday. Right now, we're sitting at 127. Yeah, again, that's fine, dude. I'm happy that we keep picking people up. Again, any shares that you guys do of the stream on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, man. As long as we bring awareness to the people. I have not been posting too much on Instagram. I do admit, I have to find time to come up with like small, clever, Insta pictures that I can add, right? So I'm trying to figure out a way that I can do that, especially when I'm at work. So, and then for Twitter, I'll try to tweet as much as I can throughout the day. And on the Discord, I definitely try to go there, right? So, yeah, any share that you guys do certainly brings more awareness. I am trying to comment also on other people's stuff, right? Particularly when I believe what I'm saying to be positive or true, right? Adding to what they're saying and not trying to like actually make them seem like they're dumb or something else, right? I do try to like really like bring positive stuff into the conversation. Like for example, where is this tweet from today? Trying to find something out real quick. So yeah, like I'll toss this one out here so you guys can see it. Like Green Eggs and Ham, right? He has like a YouTube channel as well. He's a pretty cool guy. He was asking like, I'm interested in some opinions. This looks like XRP is getting around against most of the top cryptos out there. seems to be leading the runs lately. Accurate thoughts. Dare I say we're starting to see the MoneyGram effect. And then, you know, you can see here, this from CoinMarketCap. You can see that Bitcoin's here, Litecoin's here, or Ethereum, sorry. And then Ripple certainly pumping a little bit better than everyone else, right? So I do went on the record and say, yes, we are leading and recovering better. Some due to pre-swell expectations, so speculation as to what will happen. It's the main driver. Other things that have happened besides the positive news, fundamentals, right, is that the technicals have also been good for Ripple, right? We have been talking about the how good things have been for Ripple on the technicals, right, on that upsloping channel, making those symmetrical triangles, breaking them to the upside, right? That all helps. Anyways, I do try to go and comment stuff that adds up to other people's tweets, right? I just don't want to go in and be like one of those like trolls or like a-holes that are just going and post like BS, right? So again, whether or not they like what I say, to that part, I really don't really care too much. I do want to add up more, and I do want to bring awareness that is just not the MoneyGram effect, right? We are seeing the pre-swell stuff happening. It is real. It has happened every year. Again, so I do believe there's more fundamentals for the pre-swell than for the MoneyGram effect. Maybe the Ripple putting money into this new corridor in Bitso could certainly also have some of that effect coming on, right? Like I said, the news are positive. The analysis is positive. So again, the addition of all that is what's making this bring the charge. Also adding the swell stuff happening. Anyways, yeah. How's it going for you guys? Do you guys want to talk about something else? You just throw something in the chat, right? It doesn't have to be crypto related. We can discuss whatever by the time we finish with the coins. And then if you guys want to talk about other coins, we can certainly talk about those as well. Do let me know if anything else is up, and then we can talk about it, right? So we closed the hour. I want to go back and touch on Bitcoin real quick and see how we're doing with the other coins, right? So again, Bitcoin, right? Like doing this movement that I was talking about. Dude, we bounced off that 20 MA. I'm not sure if when I did the stream earlier today, we were, sorry, not earlier today, but earlier today, right? Yeah, I'll look at Hex, man, for sure. I said we're probably going to bounce off that 20 MA. I'm not sure if we had touched it yet when I was doing it or not. But right now it seems like we're going negative again. So let's wait and see how that plays out for Bitcoin, right? I'll do a quick run through right on here. Upsloping flag right now, touching that bottom part of the flag, staying at it. Let's see how this keeps on developing. We can always fine tune this flag up. It's actually not touching up here. So if I go here, then that candle's certainly within, right? And this, I do have the better touch points now. Again, that's it for Ethereum, right? We're making that the sort of upsloping flag, not the best looking. On Ripple, man, starting to get a movement to the downside, right? We kind of went outside of this flag, so again, I can adjust a little bit. Adjust here, just the first couple of flag candles developing. Let's wait and see how this keeps on developing, right? For Ripple. Litecoin, man, Litecoin, I really don't even want to look at. Anyways, potential, if we were to consider this an impulse up, and I didn't talk about that, right? You'll be going here, you'll be making like a sort of pennant, right? From here to here, here to here. That's it. And then Binance, right? 3 black crows, right? Like 3 white soldiers, 3 black crows, reversal of an uptrend. So you can say that, you know, these are little candles, right? For 3 black crows, you would like to see slightly larger candles, right? Christopher Columbus is celebrating schools as a day off. I just wonder how many people know he killed so many natives. He didn't kill them like the conquistadors killed them. He just enslaved a couple. He probably killed them with the flu, right? He was bringing in sicknesses that they didn't have here in the continent. So again, yeah, you could say that he killed them, but he didn't like actually kill them, right? He tried to like, he just discovered the continent, took some slaves, and that's it. He wasn't like killing people. The conquistadors were the ones that were killing. His discovery did bring the death of a lot of people, though. Upsloping channel on Binance Coin. Again, we can adjust this channel a little bit. Go here, and it would still make sense, right? Some rejection at midline, some support at that midline, some rejection here. Again, this also makes sense. So again, we're still with an upsloping channel on Binance. Now you said Hex. I'll look at Hex. He murdered them and made the slaves because he couldn't find gold. Maybe, man. I'm not too sharp on that part of history. So again, I would have to look it up. Hex, I do have it here towards the end. Hex. Did we look at it? I was pretty sure that we looked at Hex the other day. Maybe I kind of killed it. So Hex US. It's not it. Yeah, dude, William James, you have the Hex sticker? ICX. Did we look at ICX? Yeah, we looked at ICX. Yeah, I'm not finding that Hex, dude. Yeah, cool. Yeah, this link that you sent me. Yeah, I opened it, dude. I haven't had much time to look at it today. I had a busy day at work, so I did open it though today when I got home, and then when I started preparing the stream, I just didn't have a lot of time to go into it. I promise you, I'll try to get into it soonest, right? So I can discuss it with you for sure. But let's look at this real quick, right? Launching in November, so it's launching next month, right? Bitcoin up 26 times, so okay, so 378 days, that's fine. Hex the first high interest blockchain CD, right? So it's not a certificate of deposit. Right. Hex is designed to go higher, faster, and retain its value, right? Dude, I have to look at this. Usually when they tell you that you're gonna go higher and you're gonna get like certain returns, and they're promising stuff that they don't know yet, they could be potential Ponzi schemes, so just be careful. I would really need to look at this and see how it works, right? So yeah, I would have to look at this, how it goes, man. Again, I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but again, doing CDs, it's interesting. Whether or not, you know, whether or not there's something else, like I said, have to look at it. So again, Hex not out, that's it. Before I go off the air, I do want to look at gold and silver real quick and see how they're doing, right? Maybe silver, man, recovering a little bit, like 17.69. Like I said, dude, this is gonna range probably a little bit because there is this event coming out in October. I want to go on the daily. Right, ranging, right? This event coming out in October, that is the LME conference. It happens in London, and it's where the traders get together to discuss treatment charges and refining charges for lead, zinc, gold, and some other metals as well. So lead, zinc, and copper, gold and silver, and other metals as well. So again, we might have some speculation going on, so we might have a little bit of stagnation going on because they don't know what the market's going to do. See, same thing happening with gold, just like unknown stuff happening, right? Indecision. Sitting at 1,494, and the silver sitting at $17.63. You watch a lot of his videos, seem legit. Yeah, dude, a lot of people seem legit until they take your money and run with it. So just be careful, bro. In bullish divergence price action to the upside, we did get it. Right now, we're just going slightly higher and slightly low, so we're not making any divergence right now. That's it. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna call it a stream, man. Guys, again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. Show crypto to your friends, to your family, to your buddies. If they don't understand them, tell them that they can come here to like listen to the news, see what's going on, understand what is happening. You know, slightly and slowly they'll start to pick it up, and that will certainly be good for them, right? And it will be good for us as a community because then we'll keep on growing, and that is what we want to do ultimately, right? Be a reliable outlet for people, because we try to be so neutral, right? That we're not overhyping anything, we're not like selling FUD, right? And we're not doing FOMO stuff. Again, we do want to be that place where people can come and like really look at neutral stuff from a neutral point of view, from a reliable source, right, of news and analysis, so they can make informed decisions. Guys, that'll be all for today. I really hope you have a great beginning of the week. I do wish I see you all tomorrow again. Have a great night. Until tomorrow, that's all for tonight.